Yeah, whoever got that bomb chasing me up, you feel me? Yeah. Off.
Shut up here. So we're just gonna cut the bullshit. We're gonna go straight to the video because I know you guys don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck, honestly. So today I'm gonna be sharing some strategies with you on how to train your dance. Not just your light feet, even though this is a light feet channel. If you want to train your light feet, that's fine with me. Light feet up. But check it out though. Number one, you want to create original moves. And I am reading off a phone because I'm not going to remember all this. You want to create original moves / remixes. That's pretty much it. Several methods to do this. Just look at somebody, take what they got, flip it. That's how you're going to get your own version of it. Or you can take a move that you made up originally and then make it different. Think, how can I make the move I just made different? Think in a different way. Should I jump? Should I push? Should I slide? Should I turn around? Should I spin? Should I hop on one leg? Things like that, right? You should think about creating movesets. Now, movesets, how would I say it? You need to know how to connect the moves. You need to know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, what time you're going to do it, what pace you're going to do it, what speed, things like that. That's very important, motherfuckers. Other thing in training is a little bit different than just preparing for a battle. Repetition, repetition, repetition. So it's supposed to be boring, okay? It's supposed to repeat your moves. Keep repeating your moves, keep repeating your moves, keep repeating your moves. Make sure everything's clean, make sure everything is nice. That's what you're supposed to do. Training is not supposed to be fun all the time, okay? You don't want to be all out here sloppy on the dance floor or when you're going to do a performance or when you're going to do a show. Also, don't use a mirror. You need to know not only what the movement feels like, okay, but you shouldn't be practicing in the mirror anyway. You don't need to see yourself because how are you going to perform? There's no mirrors anywhere. So you're going to be looking at the crowd or you're going to be looking at the opponent. Same thing I said in the last tutorial on how to battle. There are no mirrors, okay? You're going to get in there and you're not going to know what to do. You're going to be all over the place. Another thing is really important, breathing. Working on specific areas. You need to learn how to work on specific areas when you dance. Take this time out, work on your legs. If you're weak on the ground, work on the ground. Work on your arms, work on your fingers, work on your head, work on your facial expressions, work on how much space you use, your timing, your pace. Take the time out, take some days out, work on that specific area that you're weak on. You need to focus on your weaknesses and your strengths, but you need to focus more on your weaknesses because that's what's gonna stick out. That's what's gonna stand out. That's what people's gonna prey on, especially if you're battling. And you need to get those areas clean. Another thing, don't be afraid to try new things, new styles, new music, new environment, new people. Go to a different area. Stop dancing in just one place. You need to dance in a hall. You need to dance outside. You need to dance in a closed environment. Dance in a bathroom. Dance in a big venue. You get my gist, right? You need to go different places with your dance because your dance is going to be different wherever you go, okay? And depending on the people you're around. Dance in front of people. Dance in front of one person, dance in front of 50 people, right? Dance in front of dancers, because that's a different type of pressure, because they're actually fucking judging you. Dance in front of your family, dance in front of your friends, dance by yourself, alone. You need to know how to adjust. That's what I'm saying. Another thing, yeah, I'm gonna just be firing these off right here. Dance with no music. You have to learn how to not only feel what you're doing, but also hear it. You gotta hear your feet move. You gotta actually think, you know? Dancing to no music gives you time to think and space to think, you know, deeper than what you would with the music, because a lot of people dance to the music but not with the music. You cannot let the music control you. You have to learn how to dance without music. Dance is an art form. It's expressing yourself. You don't need music to express yourself. How do you think music was created? There wasn't always written forms of music. There wasn't always beats. People used their body language. People used hand claps. People stomped their feet. People, did things like this to create the sounds, what you hear, and then they use their imagination to match the sounds with their body. So that's what you need to do. You need to imagine having the music there, okay? Imagine seeing yourself there in that position. It'll also help you dance to the music better. What we got here? This one is one of my personal favorites. You need to have fun. If you're a dancer and you really are a dancer, then you should be enjoying yourself while you're dancing. Even if you're not a dancer, you should enjoy yourself. It's not rocket science. It's not, something that's hard, or you don't have to be an expert. You have to learn how to let go. You train hard, sometimes it's gonna be boring, but then when you get to a performance, you get to a battle, you need to let all of that go. It has to be muscle memory, it has to be within you. Even people who are not professional dancers, or dancing isn't their hobby, they just do it. You're just gonna have to do and not think. Dance is not supposed to be about thinking, okay? Now, when we get into competitions, we do performances and stuff like that, that's when you should incorporate some thought. You're at a party setting, you shouldn't be thinking about what you're gonna do. If you're practicing, you shouldn't be thinking, unless it's for a specific reason. Let's see what we got. Go slow. Control. Take your time. You're not in a rush. I see dancers, what they do all the time, they rush. They're letting the music control them. Go slow. You can go at any pace, any speed that you want. You're the one that's dancing. You're the one that's performing. You're the one that's battling. When you're expressing yourself, there are no different opinions. There's nothing that could move you, because you have to do the work, not them. Especially when you're learning something new. Especially when you're learning a new style, a new step. You shouldn't want to be a master when you just start. A lot of dancers I see, they just start doing light feet and they already want to teach classes and shit. That's a bullshit. You're doing yourself a disservice and you're hurting your reputation. You know why you're hurting your reputation? Because you're not ready yet. You're rushing. You're taking things too fast. Go slow. Learn the moves. Learn the history behind the moves. Master the style. And then teach somebody else when you know what you're talking about. Make it look like you know what you're doing. Like you put some time and effort into it. One last thing I want to get to you. You want to learn how to be uncomfortable. I know I told you to have fun and things like this. And a lot of certain dance situations, I'm about to contradict myself. In a lot of dance situations, you are going to be uncomfortable, especially when you're battling, performing, things like that. You have to learn to be in those situations all the time. Remember, dancing is an art form, but it's also entertainment. So if you're dancing in the street, people might gather around you. If you're doing a performance, all eyes are on you. And it's uncomfortable. And that feeling is not gonna go away. You just have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. That's how you train. Light feet up, niggas.